What's stopping you from becoming the best version of yourself? Let me tell you something. It's not the world outside of you, it's what's going on inside of you. You can blame your environment, your circumstances, or the people around you, but the truth is, the biggest obstacle to your success is the way you think about yourself. The moment you start to realize that you are the one standing in your way, that's the moment everything changes. When you look outside yourself for the answers, whether it's success, happiness, or fulfillment, you will always come up empty. But when you look within, that's when the magic happens. You begin to see your true potential, the strengths you never knew you had, and the power to change your life. So let me ask you, are you ready to stop blaming the world and start taking responsibility for your own future? Here's the deal. The moment you start focusing on your own life instead of comparing it to others, you unlock your true potential. The world today has conditioned us to think that our worth is tied to how we measure up to the next person. You see someone on Instagram living their perfect life and you feel like you're falling behind. You hear someone else getting a promotion and you wonder why it's not happening for you. But let me be crystal clear. The moment you shift your focus from other people's journeys to your own growth, that's when things start to change. You can't grow when you're constantly looking at other people's gardens. You can't nurture your own dreams if you're too busy trying to replicate someone else's path. It's time to stop worrying about what others are doing and focus all your energy on what you need to do to grow. Too many people struggle with self-doubt. It's a reality for all of us. We look at someone else's life, their achievements, and think, why am I not there yet? And the reason you're not where you want to be isn't because you're not good enough, it's because you've been too focused on what everyone else is doing. Listen to me, your journey is yours alone. Comparing yourself to others only creates frustration. It leads to burnout. It leads to confusion. But when you stop comparing yourself, when you stop measuring your life against someone else's timeline, that's when you'll start moving forward. You'll start moving with purpose. You'll start moving with clarity. So I challenge you today, stop looking at others, start focusing on you. I've been there too. I've been caught in that cycle of comparison. I looked at someone else's success and thought, what am I doing wrong? But what I've learned is that the moment you take your eyes off of someone else's progress and put them on your own path, that's when you start to take control. So today, I want to challenge you. Stop looking at others. Stop worrying about what your neighbor, your colleague, or even your friend is doing. Focus on your own journey. You have everything you need within you to succeed. You have the power to change your life. It starts with looking inward and realizing that the only competition is the person you were yesterday. We live in a world that thrives on external validation. Think about it. We post our achievements on social media. We seek likes, comments, and shares as proof that we're good enough. And then when someone else gets more likes or a bigger opportunity, we feel less than. We feel like we're not enough. Let me tell you this. External validation will never be enough to fulfill you. No amount of approval from others will ever bring you the internal peace and satisfaction that comes from knowing you're doing the right things for yourself. So stop measuring your success by how others are doing. They're not walking your path. They're not in competition with anyone but yourself. Let me ask you this. How many times have you looked at someone else's life and thought, why isn't that me? How many times have you seen someone else's achievements and thought, what's wrong with me? Why am I still stuck? I'll tell you why. It's because you've been comparing your behind the scenes with their highlight reel. You don't see the struggles, the failures, the sleepless nights. They're just the good moments on display. But when you focus on them, you're telling yourself that you're not good enough. You're telling yourself that someone else's journey is more important than your own. That's where the problem lies. Chasing someone else's success is like running a race while looking at the crowd. You're focused on everyone else's pace, their steps, and you lose focus on the path you're supposed to be on. Every time you look at someone else, you divert your energy, you get distracted from your own goals, you lose your rhythm, your momentum, and before you know it, you're not even on your own path anymore. That's the danger. You're letting someone else's journey steal your focus, your energy, and your potential. It's time to make a choice. Do you want to keep looking around, or do you want to put your head down, focus, and run your own race? Comparison leads to frustration, self-doubt, and a feeling of being stuck. Think about it like this. It's like driving forward while constantly glancing in the rearview mirror. You're trying to move ahead, but you're always looking back at what everyone else is doing. And guess what happens when you keep looking back? You crash. You miss your turn. You lose control of the wheel. And when you compare yourself to others, you sacrifice your peace of mind. You sacrifice your progress. You sacrifice the life you're supposed to create for yourself. All for the illusion of someone else's success. The truth is, their success has nothing to do with you. Their path is theirs and yours is yours. Focus on your own lane and you'll find that peace and progress start flowing naturally. It's natural to compare. It's human. But at what cost? Is it worth giving up your peace, your growth, and your happiness just to measure up to someone else? The answer is no. You can't live someone else's life. You can't walk their path, and you're not meant to. What you're meant to do is focus on your own journey. That's where the magic happens. When you decide to focus on your life, you'll start moving forward. You'll start creating the life you deserve. It's time to stop comparing and start growing. What would happen if you put all your energy into your own growth instead of worrying about what everyone else is doing? Imagine how much further you would get. The truth is, when you focus on your growth, the possibilities are endless. You stop being distracted by the noise of other people's success. You stop getting sidetracked by what you think you should be doing and start aligning your actions with what's right for you. The moment you switch your focus to yourself, that's when your growth becomes unstoppable, because no one knows you better than you know yourself, and no one can push you harder than you can push yourself. When you focus on yourself, your growth becomes unstoppable. It's not the environment, it's not the people around you, it's the self-discipline you develop when you commit to your own progress. It's the actions you take every day, no matter how small they seem. Discipline, action, and consistency, they all come from within. The world will try to distract you and people will try to pull you in different directions. But when you're focused on your own growth, you'll be able to block out the noise and push forward with clarity and strength. Your path will be clear and your results will speak for themselves. If you're always looking at someone else's garden, wondering why their flowers are bigger, you'll forget to water your own plants. You'll forget to tend to your own soil, and before you know it, your garden will wither. But if you focus on your own life, if you pour your energy, your love, and your discipline into it, you'll watch it thrive. Your garden will flourish. And you'll be amazed at what you've built. So stop looking at someone else's garden and start planting the seeds for your own future. Every successful person you admire didn't get there by focusing on others. They improved themselves day by day, moment by moment. Think about the people you look up to. Do you think they spent their time worrying about what others were doing? No, they focused on their own journey. The key to focusing on yourself is self-awareness. Do you know what you truly want? Do you know what you're capable of? The first step in this journey is understanding yourself. What are your goals, your strengths, and the areas you need to work on? Without this awareness, you're just moving through life, reacting to everything around you without any clear direction. Self-awareness isn't just about knowing what you like or dislike. It's about getting real with yourself. What do you need to change about your mindset? What habits are holding you back? Ask yourself, what's stopping me from reaching my potential? That's the starting point. Awareness opens the door to everything you need to do. Once you see where you are, you can start mapping out where you want to go. Stop comparing your journey to others and start asking yourself the one question that truly matters. How can I be better today than I was yesterday? Instead of asking, why not me? Why can't I have that success or those opportunities? Shift your focus to the internal question, what can I do today to improve? That's where the power lies. It's not about what someone else is doing, what they have or where they are. It's about you. Every single day you have the opportunity to grow, to improve, to become the best version of yourself. But that only happens when you stop looking at others and start looking inward. Start asking the questions that will propel you forward, not backward. Stop looking for approval from others. That's a trap. If you rely on external validation to fuel your drive, you will always be dependent on the opinions of others. Your success should not be defined by how many likes, shares, or comments you get. It shouldn't be defined by how many people tell you you're doing a good job. Your why must come from within. Why do you want to succeed? Why do you want to grow? When your motivation is rooted in something deep inside of you, something that no one can take away, you will find the strength to keep going when things get tough. No external validation can push you like your own personal why can. Own it. Find it. Let it drive you. Success is not built in a day. It's built in the small, everyday actions you take. You won't see immediate results, but that's okay. It's not about the big moments. It's about the small, consistent habits you develop. Think about the last time you stuck to a goal for a long period of time. It wasn't because of one giant leap. It was because you took action every day, no matter how small. When you build the right habits, they become part of you. You want to force yourself to do the work because it becomes second nature. But that starts today. You can't wait for tomorrow. Commit right now to daily actions that will push you toward your goals, even if those actions are small. Repetition is the key to growth. It's not the grand gestures that will change your life. It's the consistent, repeated effort you put in and day out. When you focus on winning the small battles, the bigger victories will come. It's the small wins that will give you the momentum to keep going. It's like building muscle. You don't get stronger after one workout. It's the consistent effort over time that builds your strength, your confidence, and your ability to take on bigger challenges. So focus on those small wins. Celebrate them. Let them fuel you for the next challenge and the next until you've built the kind of success that others will look at and wonder how you did it. Distractions are everywhere. They come in all shapes and sizes. Social media, negative people, time wasters that steal your energy and attention. But here's the thing. You have the power to control your focus. No one else can take it from you unless you let them. Every time you let yourself get distracted, you are telling your dreams, your goals, and your potential that they don't matter. Every time you give into a distraction, you are stepping off your path. Focus is a choice. If you don't control your attention, someone else will. So take control. Block out the noise. Keep your eyes on the prize. Every time you focus on what matters, you take another step forward in your journey. This is a process. You won't see immediate results, but every time you choose to focus on yourself, every time you choose to take action instead of comparing yourself to others, you are laying the foundation for future success. Be patient with yourself. Growth takes time. The things that matter the most in life are built over time. Relationships, success, happiness, it all takes time. And when you focus on your growth and trust the process, you'll find that the results are worth the wait. Don't rush the journey. Embrace it. Trust that each step is taking you exactly where you need to go. Let me tell you something. Setbacks are inevitable. Things won't always go your way. That's life. But the key to overcoming setbacks isn't the setback itself, it's how you respond. When something goes wrong, when you hit a roadblock, it's easy to feel discouraged, it's easy to give up. But the people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid failure, they're the ones who respond differently. They use setbacks as stepping stones. They learn, they adapt, and they keep moving forward. How you respond to setbacks will define your journey. Are you going to let a failure stop you, or are you going to learn from it and keep going? When you focus on your growth, setbacks turn into lessons. Instead of blaming others, instead of pointing fingers, you look inward. You ask, what can I learn from this? You stop being a victim of circumstance and start taking responsibility for your actions, your decisions, and your path. Every setback is a chance to grow stronger, smarter, more resilient. But it only happens when you take responsibility and use every challenge as fuel for your personal growth. So stop blaming the world for your challenges. Look at yourself, ask what you can do better, and move forward with that lesson in your pocket. Failure is not the end of your journey. It's just another stepping stone. Every successful person you admire has failed countless times. The difference is that they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as motivation. When you stop comparing your journey to others, you'll realize that failure isn't something to fear. It's a tool. It's an opportunity to grow, to get better, and to keep moving forward. So don't fear failure. Embrace it. Let it be the teacher that propels you towards success. Let me tell you about some of the greatest success stories in history. People who face massive setbacks. People like Steve Jobs, who was fired from the very company he created. People like Oprah, who was told she wasn't fit for TV. They didn't let those failures define them. They focused on their own growth. They learned from their setbacks and they kept going. Their resilience didn't come from comparing themselves to others. It came from focusing on themselves. It came from looking inward and refusing to be defined by the setbacks that life threw at them. When you fail, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Acknowledge your mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. Remember, you're not a failure because you fail. You're a failure when you stop trying. So be gentle with yourself. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Failure is just a lesson, not a death sentence. Focusing on yourself isn't a one-time decision. It's a commitment you make every single day. Success isn't built in a day, and neither is personal growth. Every day is an opportunity to invest in yourself. Every day is a chance to make a better decision than you did yesterday. When you commit to focusing on yourself, it's not just a temporary thing. It becomes part of who you are. It becomes your lifestyle. And over time, those small investments in yourself compound and lead to massive success. The small steps you take today compound over time. Just like an investment, your personal growth multiplies with consistent effort. Think of it like putting money into a savings account. At first, it seems like very little, but over time, the interest starts to accumulate, and before you know it, you've built something significant. Every action you take today builds on itself. And before you realize it, the small changes you've made in your mindset, in your habits, in your focus, will have led to massive transformation. Every small victory is proof that you're on the right path. Celebrate those moments. They might seem small in the grand scheme of things, but they're the foundation for bigger wins. Don't wait for the big success to feel proud of yourself. Every step forward matters. Every day you commit to being better than you were yesterday is a reason to celebrate. Keep moving forward and keep acknowledging your progress along the way. Imagine where you'll be in a year, 2 years, or 5 years if you continue focusing on your own growth. The future is yours. Every single day you focus on yourself, you're building a better tomorrow. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start today. Focus on your growth and let the future take care of itself. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start focusing on yourself. The time is now. Take that first step. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. If you keep waiting for everything to align, you'll never take action. The perfect moment will never come. But today is the perfect moment to start. The journey to success starts the moment you stop comparing yourself to others and start focusing on yourself. It starts the moment you take responsibility for your own growth and commit to making the best version of yourself every single day. Are you ready to stop wasting time on distractions? Are you ready to take control of your own path? The time is now. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't need anyone's approval. Your future is in your hands. Focus on yourself, not others. Your future is in your hands. Now go out and make it happen.